Celestial blessings. My name is Helen Demetriou, and today I'm going to talk to you about indigos. Now, they say that indigos were born during the early 70s, but I know that they've been born before this time and they're still being born. Now, an indigo is supposed to be incarnated on this earth to change the world. So you may be finding them a lot in the governments all over the world. So basically, they're not here to make some huge change magically, but they will be in top positions. And also there will be healers, there will be metaphysical teachers, spiritual leaders that do make a difference. Indigos are supposed to be very bad-tempered. They don't like school, they don't like the system or institutions. They feel that it's a waste of their time, that they should be learning other things. Indigos are also said to come to this earth feeling with a feeling of royalty. Now, I don't agree with this, because a lot of indigos are born with a lot of karma, and a lot of them have rough lives. Like they have a terrible childhood. A lot have suffered mental or physical abuse, or both. They've suffered from having parents or alcoholics, drug abusers, or domestic violence. They're bullied, picked on. So really, I can't see how an indigo is going to come into this world and feel like they're royalty. What they do feel like, though, is that they are born leaders and they like to get their point across. One of their other reasons for being here, and while they're here on this earth, is to heal from their karma and to heal from this anger that they hold within them. And a lot of indigos, they find it hard to have relationships with other people, whereby they always feel like they're right. They want to win every argument. They're very argumentative. So they're incarnated on this earth to learn their life lessons and also to evolve. I mean, some indigos, typical indigos, will say, you know, I don't need to change. I don't see what's wrong with being an indigo. That's because they can't see what's wrong with being an indigo. I'm not saying that to be an indigo is wrong, but because the ego within them and their old life patterns, like a routine, like a habit, doesn't want to change, doesn't want to evolve. So when they don't evolve and they don't choose a path of peace and to learn to heal, then they have a road that is constantly littered with obstacles and problems and dramas and upsets. But when they do decide to heal, then they find peace in their life and they do begin to evolve. Now, when I mean evolve, the indigo is said to have an indigo aura. I mean, of course, I don't agree with this, because our aura changes depending on our mood and also what is coming into our life or what is leaving our life. But they vibrate at a certain speed, and when they evolve to crystal, which is a higher, more evolved level, then they vibrate at even faster speed, and they're allowed to connect with people on all sides. I'm not saying that I was a typical indigo, that I always felt that I was right, but I did like to argue. I was very dramatic. I mean, I see the error of my ways, but most of that was during my childhood. I mean, I did suffer from abuse, mental, physical. I was bullied at school. I was a different one. I hated school, even though I loved studying. But studying, you know, metaphysics and spirituality, not, you know, the only thing I liked in school was art and science and history and English. But I didn't like school. I hated school. I didn't fit in. I was different to everybody. So you will find that indigos come across with these traits. They also are known to have the indigo eyes, which is like a penetrating eyes that seem to look through your very soul. Now, indigos are also born with an inbuilt lie detector. So if you're lying to them, They know that you're lying, so you can't lie to an indigo. They can smell it a mile away. So you can't trick them, you can't try and pull the wool over their eyes. They're very intuitive, they're on the ball, they can feel, most of them are empaths. And a lot of them have come from different planets, so they're also star seeds. And they're here to, with an agreement that they made with, I would say, the councils of different planets, to come to this earth to bring healing, to bring light, to bring peace. Now this contract I'll talk about in another video, but they're here basically to do a job. They have a mission, but they're also here to heal, because their soul needs to evolve, and they've had so many past lives that was full of anger, pain. They've not healed from their karma in past lives, so they've brought it all into this life, and if they don't heal from it in this life, they won't have a peaceful life, and they'll take it into their next life. But we need the indigos, because we need someone that clears the path for the crystals, that can teach the crystals how to stand up for themselves. And we need the indigos because they are very strong leaders. So thank you for watching. This is just a basic outline about indigos. Have a great day. Bye-bye.